Used to be dead down. House like jet now. We don't play radio. Don't master flicks now.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Yeah, this build is fucking bro. Oh, he has a slither of health, nigga. A slither, literally a slither. Sneeze on him, bro. Literally, he got so. And you're emoting. Okay.
Oh, hey, here's your boy, bro. You want your revenge?
Where is he at?
Right here. At the top.
Where?
He just got red.
Oh, I see him. I got my frames back too.
You're crazy, bro.
Boom. Are you serious?
I got you.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
That's you, bro. I'll let y'all fade.
Fuck out of here. Give me my shit back.
All right.
So there's 5 people. There's 5 total. 5 total. 5 total.
Go ahead.
Rogue explosive seeker mine detected.
What? Yoink! Come on.
Laser.
Oh yeah, what's up? You know.
Oh, you wanna dance? You wanna dance? You wanna dance?
There is no way they can protect dynamite.
Both of you, get on the floor.
I'm Asian, motherfucker. I'll eat your dog.
What?
Funnel. Are they gonna push? Are they gonna push? Yeah, they're pushing. Funnel. Laser. Dummy.
Oh, they ate my dog.
Just heal up.
Get off of there. Dead. Oh my god, pick me up. Bruce Lee, dead.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Hit a corner.
Oh, NPCs behind us. NPCs.
I know. Who's in there? Or who was in there?
Next.
Fail.
He's dead. Laser.
Ah, bro, he can't even use it right.
Oh my god, you done broke my game. Oh my gosh, I'm fucking guy.
He's dead. He's dead already. He's about to die. Bruce Lee's dead, and Popcorn is next.
Yeah. He can't even pop his seeker out.
Dead.
Rogue fixer drone detected.
Damn.
Oh my gosh, bro.
It must be fun to live.
Oh yeah, it is, bro. Look, he flag up behind people. Get on the fucking floor. What the fuck are you talking about?
Detected. Rogue mentor seeker mine detected.
He got clapped.
Allies on site.
Nice 1v, bro. Look at that. 3 on the floor. 3 on the floor.
Look at that. Look at that team.
4 on the floor. All on the fucking floor. All on the floor. Get back on the ground. Fuck is you doing? What's good, y'all? It's your boy CrayG, and welcome to my first build on Division 2 in TU8. It feels good to be back on the Division, man. I've been doing a lot of grinding, and I finally got this build to where I want it. There's always room for improvement, but this build is actually pretty good where it's at, and I got some nice rows, so I'm excited to show you guys this. I know a lot of you haven't seen me in a long time, man, but it's all good because your boy is back. So without further ado, let's get into this build. I did make a switch to PC. I'm not on console no more, man, so I've been doing everything on PC. My main character's on PC, so it's a whole new world, man, and it's a better experience, I'm not gonna lie. But let's get into the build, man. I'm running a skill DPS crit build. I'm gonna tell you, there's a few ways that you guys can run this build first off before we get into the stats. You can sacrifice damage for another skill tier if you want to have even better heals. The heals that I have right now are pretty decent, and everything ties together, and I'm gonna show you how everything works pretty much. So firstly, we're gonna get into the guns that I'm running. I'm using the Honey Badger, 13% AR damage, 10% health damage, and 10% damage to targets out of cover. I know people would use crit chance right here, but I'm pretty high in crit chance already, so I wasn't really worried about losing a little bit for gaining some damage to target out of cover. And I'm running Optimus for the weapon damage, because we all know what Optimus does. Weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% missing for the magazine, so that maxes out to around 30% towards the end of my mag. I'm not running strained because, let's see, if I go to a weapon with strained on it, I can show you guys. Strained is gained plus 10% critical hit damage for every 0.5 seconds you are firing, and it stacks up to 5 times. So that's around 2.5 seconds, right? I mean, I feel like my mag runs out a little less than that, and I just felt like the damage that I'm getting was worth more than strained, because sometimes I'm not always firing for that amount of time, so I don't get the full benefits of strained most of the time. Whether I stop firing or continue firing, I'll always get the damage from the Optimus if I choose not to reload. So that's pretty cool. And then I just have this chameleon here. We all know what the chameleon does. I got it today. It has a pretty okay rolls on it. They're not horrible, okay rolls, and it's a good PvE build, because you can use this build for PvE as well if you play it right. Even though you are squishy, you do have decent heals to back you up, so you can actually farm with this build as well. You can use it for PvE or PvP. It's not just a PvP build. So, and it puts out a lot of damage, which we're gonna get into. So I have 3 Providence, 1 Fenris, 1 Cheska, and 1 GS, Grupo Sombra. Hopefully I'm pronounced that correctly. I have the 3 Prov, which gives me headshot damage, crit hit damage, and crit hit chance. 1 Fenris, of course, for that 10% AR damage. 1 Cheska for 10% crit hit chance, and then 1 GS for 15% crit hit damage. Now I could have run 3 Soko, which would give me 10% SMG damage instead of headshot damage, but I'm not running the SMG, and I'm on PC, so it's a little easier to beam, so that's why I'm running the headshot damage. And if we go into my individual attributes, my core attribute on my mask is 12.4% weapon damage, and I have almost 11% crit damage. I have headshot damage here, and I have a red slot with the 10% crit damage in mine. Like I said, there's a little bit more room for improvement, but this is how I was able to get it right now, and it's not that bad. Like I said, it does pretty well. My Providence backpack, I have almost 10% weapon damage. Like I said, room for improvement. Crit hit chance here, skill damage, which is just kind of null and void. I wish I could have wrote headshot damage here or something like that, but it started getting to the point where the pieces I needed for my build were extremely specific, and I just wasn't having that much luck with RNG. You know how it goes. And then I have 10.5% crit hit damage on this mod slot right here as well with Companion. Now Companion says while you are within 5 meters of an ally or skill, total weapon damage is increased by 15%. Now, as you guys can see, I run double heals here. I run chem heals and I run a fixer drone. When I pop my fixer drone, it's right above my head. So once I pop my fixer drone, that Companion automatically procs because I'm within 5 meters of my drone. So for the duration that my drone is out, I have an increased 15% weapon damage. So that's pretty good. I'm getting damage from me using one of my healing skills, which works with each other. It synergizes with each other. So I also forgot to mention I am running the Technician specialization, because with the Technician specialization, you get a free skill tier and plus 10% skill healing. So that's where the skill comes into play. That's why my heals are pretty decent. They're not super godly heals, you know what I'm saying? But they're decent enough to sustain you if you play it right. And like I said, if you wanted to, you can sacrifice weapon damage on one of these pieces for another skill tier to make your heals even better if you want to. But I really like where my damage is out right now, and I feel like my damage will be enough to sustain me as well. And then like I said, if you play it right, you can be able to get your heals off and time it right and move around in your heals and stuff like that, and you'll be okay. Going to my chest piece, it has max weapon damage, max crit chance, a 10.5% crit damage mod here, and then 10.5% weapon handling. Now I wish I had headshot damage here as well. That would have been really nice, but like I said, can't get shit perfect, just gotta take with what you got, man. And I'm running Obliterate. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, stacks up to 15 times. The reason I didn't run Glass Cannon is because I did not want to be that squishy. I'm already squishy enough. I have 671k armor and 271k health. That's super squishy, especially with the time to kill right now. So I did not want to run Glass Cannon. It would have gave me more damage, but I would have been getting blinked at, like literally blinked at. So I feel like Glass Cannon is good for a different type of build, but for me, my playstyle, I'm a little more aggressive. I needed that extra low armor that I got, so I just went with Obliterate because I'm critting all the time. Like a majority of my bullets are crits, so I rarely see white numbers when I'm shooting at people, you know what I mean? I'm getting a majority crits, so that's why I went with obliterate. That's another 15% weapon damage that I have while I'm shooting at you. So you just add that with Optimus and then companion when my drone's over my head. And my cooldown for my drone is only about 20 seconds, so I'm only around 20 seconds without that 15% weapon damage from companion. So as you can see, all of these kind of work together, and I'll go over my stats in the end as well. For my gloves, they have almost 12% weapon damage, a little under 5% crit hit chance, and 10.5 crit hit damage, which is pretty good. Like I said, room for improvement for all of these pieces, but these rows are not bad. They're pretty good. And then I have my prop holster here as well, which gives me, I have almost max weapon damage here, max crit hit damage, and almost max crit hit chance. I just need to get lucky, man, you know? I need to get lucky. My library is stacked with max rows, so I think I'll be fine with certain pieces. I just need the right stuff to come on the right pieces. But I've been farming challenging and heroic solo, no problem. You just have to play it right because those NPCs do hit hard, but you have no problem putting out a good amount of damage. And then I have my Grupo Sombra knee pads with 13% weapon damage, almost max repair skills, literally a tick away from max repair skills, and crit hit damage. Now I could go with crit hit chance here as well, but that repair skills is nice, you know. It works. It works, and these knee pads had a really low crit hit damage roll, so that's why I wanted to roll that. And this, you know, repair skills, it just makes my heals even better, you know. So that's pretty much the base for the build right there. If I go over to my stats, you guys can see I have pretty much 50% crit hit chance here with 130 damage. I know people are gonna say, oh, I have more damage, I have more chance. It's all good, you know. People run negotiators, then and they can get more, but you know, I actually wanted to put a little bit more into my heals, you know, so I wasn't really too worried about it. And then with my chameleon, I have 60% chance, and a lot of people say the chameleon is trash, but it's an okay gun. If you have a build that hits hard enough, I think you can make it work okay. And like I said, for PvE, it's not that bad. I do have some mods on my skills here. I have a 5.3% radius mod here on my chem, and I have a 5% heal plus 5% heal mod right here, so that helps my heals even more. And then here I also have plus 5.4% armor repair mod. We are pretty good. Now I'm gonna run down here to the firing range real quick and just, you know, show you how my heals are. They're pretty decent. They're okay. Like I said, they're not super god heals, but they're decent enough, you know, to sustain me with the amount of damage that I'm putting out. Because now it's really hard to get a build where you can have all of everything, you know, because they wanted to really stir away from that this time around. So I feel like this build is good enough. You get a little bit of both, well, a lot of damage and a good little amount of heals. So if I pop my drone, as you can see, companion is procced, and I'll drop a chem. As you can see, the healing is decent. It's a lot more decent than if you have nothing, you know. So I have that one skill tier, the plus 10% skill healing, the mods and everything, and then the repair skill on my knee pads, and that helps out, you know. So if I can damage myself again, and I just want to show you guys again, the chem mixed with the drone, and I have some pretty okay healing, and I have enough damage to be able to sustain myself. I'm just gonna show you guys my damage. I don't know if this matters too much to everyone, and I am on challenging worlds here, just to let you guys know. So I'm just gonna shoot this target real quick, and yeah, show you guys what kind of damage I'm putting out with this honey badger. Almost one clip that, and that was around what, 8 million DPS or something like that. It's crazy numbers, man, crazy numbers. And we're gonna do this again one more time. Let's see if I can hit these shots better. 12 million DPS, man. And my last damage hit was 284k. In my opinion, that's pretty nice for an AR crit build, you know. That's not bad. I'm putting out a good amount of damage, so got some okay heals to be able to sustain me, but I wouldn't face take battles off rip, especially if I got my drone over my head and I drop a chem. I wouldn't face taking battles off rip. People can't really hold me when it comes to that because of just the amount of damage that I'm putting out. But I do want to let you guys know that time to kill is really crazy right now. It's super fast, so things might change in the future depending on what changes they make to time to kill. But this build will probably hit hard anyway, man. But I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Thank you for everyone who tuned in, man. Like I said, this is the first of many more. Again, I'm back in the Division community, man. I appreciate y'all for everything, man. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Deuces.